All right, I'd like to ask for a roll call.
Chairman LaBiche,
Here.
Commissioner Bell,
Present.
Commissioner Baribi is absent, Commissioner Craig is absent, Commissioner Crawford is absent, Commissioner Goodness,
Present.
Commissioner Kelly is absent, Commissioner Macon,
Here.
Commissioner Provo,
Here.
Commissioner Segee, Commissioner Templeton is absent, Commissioner Thomas.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Our first item of business is approval of the minutes from the June 10th, 2024 meeting. Those were sent to everyone along with your packet. So at this time, I'd ask for any corrections, discussion, or a motion, please.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes.
I second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, the minutes are approved. All right, we'll move into our regular meeting. Our first file is PZ 2024-156. It's a request for a certificate of appropriateness to construct a second driveway on a property. The applicant is Marlegos D. Martel Ponce, and the address is 2595. Is that Louisiana Avenue? Okay. 2595 Louisiana Avenue. I went looking for a street, that's why I asked. Went looking for a street and did not see one in Beaumont.
I think it varies. I think that's one of the ones we're verifying with Jefferson County. I think there's some signs that say street, some that say Ave. But I believe we are in the process of verifying a couple of streets in the district with the county.
Okay, great. All right, we'll ask for the staff report, please.
Milagros Martel Ponce is requesting a certificate of appropriateness to construct a second driveway located in the rear of the property at 2595 Louisiana. Mr. Ponce plans to add a driveway to the side rear yard in order to have access to the backyard from North 10th Street. The home is not listed in the Spare Beaumont survey, and planning staff recommends approval of the request with the following conditions. All applicable permits and inspections are obtained through the Building Codes Department. On your screen, this is the subject property from Louisiana Street. This is down 10th Street. The new driveway will be a 20-foot wide driveway, approximately 48 feet from the existing driveway, with 15 and a half feet remaining to the property line. You can see they've already kind of put the gate there in anticipation of the proposed driveway. With the addition of the gate, or with the addition of the fence, they no longer have open access to their rear yard, so they're just trying to have a secondary access. And the applicant is not present. I do apologize.
All right, since the applicant is not present, is there any questions for staff? Oh, please show Mr. Berube is present, please. Okay, thank you. Any discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion, please.
Motion to approve file PZ 2024-156.
All right, we have a motion and a second for approval. Any other discussion? Seeing none, I'll ask for a roll call vote, please.
Chairman LaBiche,
Yes.
Commissioner Bell,
4.
Commissioner Baribi,
4.
Commissioner Goodness,
Yes.
Commissioner Macon,
4.
Commissioner Provo,
Yes.
Commissioner Segee,
Yes.
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, our next item of business is file PZ 2024-158. It's a request for a certificate of demolition to demolish an unattached garage on property and a certificate of appropriateness to replace a new accessory building. The applicant is Homer Howard. The address is 885 North 4th Street. Staff report, please.
Homer Howard is requesting a certificate of demolition to demolish an unattached garage structure on the property at 885 North 4th Street. The existing garage has reached a point of disrepair and is no longer functional. The applicant is also requesting a certificate of appropriateness to place a new accessory structure on the property. The new structure will be an 8x12 wooden storage building with vertical siding and pitched roof with shingles and a double-door transom light. The property is not listed in the spare Beaumont survey. Planning staff is recommending approval of the request with the following conditions. All applicable permits and inspections be obtained through the Building Codes Department, and the accessory building be painted to match the main structure. In regards to the demolition, staff did mail out 17 property owner notices. We received 0 in favor and 0 in opposition of the request. On the screen is the subject property. Here you can see the existing garage structure at the rear behind the boat. And this is an image of the proposed new structure provided by Mr. Howard. And the applicant is in the audience.
All right, any questions for staff?
Is the garage that's existing right now about the same size as this building, or is it larger?
I actually believe it's smaller.
Oh,
I believe the proposed new garage is smaller than the existing garage.
okay. And is it going to be a garage or storage?
It's storage.
Okay.
Sorry, storage.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, Mr. Howard, would you like to come forward and, if you would, just give your name and your address for our record, please? And you can step right there. There's a microphone that'll magnify that. And please, everyone, if you ask Mr. Howard a question, please speak loudly so that he can hear you.
Is it on now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm hard of hearing, so please bear with me.
Yes, sir. Why don't you just tell us what you're planning on doing, and then
There's an old garage, and it's just ate up with termites and rotted wood, and I just want to tear it down and haul it off, and then replace it with a little utility building, 8x12, with vertical siding and a pitch roof, 512 pitch, and black shingles, and just paint it white for now. See, I just bought the house, and I don't know the color, the exact color on the house to paint this utility building. So I'm gonna have to research that. But for now, I would just put like a white primer on it until I find out what the correct color is to match the house, if that's necessary. I'd like to just paint it white.
could you go back to the picture of the house, please, ma'am?
And then just real quick, I'm sorry, Mr. Howard, can I get you to state your name and your address for Miss Susan, please? Your name and your address?
My name is Homer Howard. My address is 885 North 4th Street in Beaumont.
Thank you, sir.
And it is in the historical area, so.
Yes, sir. That's the reason why you've been asked to bring the project up in front of the Historical Landmark Commission, which is the
Okay.
individuals that are seated
I
here.
understand.
Is there any questions from Mr. Howard? You want to ask, Mr. Howard, the new building that you're going to build, is it bigger or smaller than the existing
Smaller?
building?
Yeah,
Smaller?
it's only going to be 8x12. And the garage there now is probably twice the size of it. So eventually, you see, if you look at my house, I'd like to eventually put me a little carport, later on, for my pickup and boat. So
Let's just do one thing at a time. One thing at a
Oh,
time.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a work history in building trades I served a 4-year apprenticeship in the carpenters local,
Oh, well, you got this.
so
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing, so.
What we would like to do is ask you to paint your new building the same color as your house.
It won't be connected to the house.
No, sir. We want you to paint it the same color as the house.
Yeah, you see, I'm sure y'all approved the color that's on it now. And would y'all have a record of the name of that color it was
Can we help
approved?
him with the paint color?
Yes, Mr. Howard, I will get you a copy of those paint colors,
You would
okay?
have that info, wouldn't you, in file?
I don't know if I have that exact one in file, but I'm sure we can research and find which one for you, okay?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'll get with you on it, no problem. So,
Thank you.
okay.
Any
I
other
guess I'm
questions?
approved then, huh?
No, sir, we're going to vote on it here in a second.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I have a question. So it's going to be something he builds, or it's going to be a prefabricated building that he puts back there? This looks prefab.
Mr. Howard, one more question, please. Is that a prefabricated building that you're buying and moving onto the property?
Well, no, I'm going to build it on site.
You're going to build it on site?
Yes, sir, you bet.
Thank you.
No, I don't like these outside flimsy looking outfits.
Being a carpenter, I don't think that you would have.
Yeah, everything on that building is going to be hauled by my pickup and put up by me. So,
Good for you.
That's right.
I love it.
Any other questions? Any discussion? If not, I'll look for a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve PZ 2024-158.
I
Second.
All right, is that with the recommendations from the
I'm sorry, yes.
staff?
With the recommendation of the staff.
All right, we have a motion and a second.
Who was the second, please?
Ms. Teresa?
Second, thank you. Chairman LaBiche,
For?
Commissioner Bell,
4.
Commissioner Berube,
4.
Commissioner Craig, Commissioner Goodness,
4.
Commissioner Macon,
4.
Commissioner Provo, Commissioner Segee,
Or,
Commissioner Thomas.
4.
Thank you.
Right, Mr. Thomas, you can build your building.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Howard, I was just going to tell you, if you'll get a letter from staff with the you'll get a letter from staff with the approval, and we'll have Ms. Tyron get with you to get your building permit to get it going, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about checking the record of the house?
Ms. Tyron can help you with that. Yes, sir.
Okay,
We'll,
she's in the building.
whenever
Alright.
we send you your letter with your approval,
Okay.
we'll send you some additional information
I
with that
see.
color, okay?
All right, sweetheart, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to take him home. What a sweet. And he's a builder. That's what I said. Carpenter, yeah.
All right, our next item of business is a historical district code enforcement report.
How y'all doing today?
Wonderful.
How are you?
Good. For June monthly report, new historic violations 19, historic re-inspections 2, new junk motor vehicle violations 2, junk motor vehicle re-inspections 15, junk motor vehicles that were tagged 8, new litter violations 6, litter re-inspections 15, new weed violations 15, weed re-inspections 112, and city and abandoned inspections 8, for a total of 202.
Any questions for our code enforcement?
No, but thank you for doing all that in the heat. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's hot.
All right, is there any other business?
There's 3 things we're going to touch on just real quick. None of them are posted, just some updates that you have asked for. The first being, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but John and the rest of our city code enforcement officers are diligently working on a bandit sign program where we're trying to remove as many of those advertisement signs as quickly and as thoroughly as we can. They seem to pop up as quickly as we take them down. So if you do happen to see them, feel free to call 311 to report them. The second thing, I know last meeting there was a big question about the downtown preservation plans. I have a quick handout for you, and if you have any brief questions, take one and pass it down for me, please. We do have the deputy building official, Mr. Bo Hansen, here. Again, it's not a posted item, so we can't fully dwell into it. However, if there are any brief questions or concerns. In this packet, the first thing that you're going to see is, I believe, a map, and the map is of the Downtown Preservation Historic District. This is also known as the CBD District, Downtown Central Business District. There's a number of different aspects of the structures, either not inspected, inspected, unsafe, imminent danger, repaired, under construction. The second page is a list. Is that? Oh, those are the addresses that are within that CBD district that are within this scope of work. There's the phase of development, how the code enforcement will go through. If you'll see in that far left side, you'll see that 75% of the downtown is compliant with their code inspection process. And then on the last page is just a progress update of of how many are in the working program, how many are filed charges in court, what has been repaired, and if we've not received responses. Just a brief overview or a dashboard that Bo has been working diligently on.
I've got just a quick question. Under the work program, it says owner responsive, committed to fixing in an agreed upon time. That doesn't really mean that work started. It just means that the owner's been contacted. Is that correct? And they're in agreement?
Yes, and that's in addition of, if you want to go, yeah, I'll let Bo explain.
That's correct. That just tells us that they're working with us. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's begun or in any way complete. And also gives us dates to follow up on all this with.
That's great.
And I would just like to thank Bo for putting this together. He's been the leading hand in this
Yeah, this is really nice.
proactive enforcement.
Bo, are all these different owners, or is there one owner that is predominant in this list of?
No, sir, there's quite a few owners in this. And most of them have been incredible to work with. So it's been really encouraging.
Good. I mean, I think the Gilbert building has a great opportunity for somebody to take that and turn it into something different, because the shell of it's beautiful. And that kind of work is being done all over the United States now, and in older downtowns, and turning things into things that are really nice, like new apartments and different things like that, restaurants and hotels and other things. So appreciate your work. I know it's very tough. I know that when stuff like the Gilbert building comes up, everybody's pointing fingers at each other, and that type of thing is very, very hard to keep your thumb on, because you just can't get in those buildings every day, and people don't invite you into those buildings. But thank you for your work.
One other thing I'll add, just for the benefit of y'all's knowledge, when it comes to historic preservation, the existing building code, which I know you're familiar with, but it's a specific code book that allows these property owners to maintain historic preservation. So the repairs that they're doing is not going to take away the historic charm. So that's been really fun to talk through with the owners. So just so y'all know that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
That is all.
With there being nothing else, if no one has anything else up here, we'll stand adjourned. Thank you all for your time.
I like efficient, quick meetings. Boom, boom.